Is this guy serious? He's really, really small. But behind the wall, the shot is really cool. Sorry, I got some music on in the background. I gotta turn that off before I start this video. And now I live in abundance, you could call it galore. Ice, Big Lou with the groove, yo. Welcome to the crew. Sorry, it's probably a little bit less fun for you than it is for me. Because I got the music on, but I turned it off. What's up? Welcome to episode number 31 of the Big Lou podcast. Of course, my name is Big Lou, and I want to welcome you to today's episode. I'm still experimenting with different things. I've got 31 episodes, but if you've been following for a while, you've noticed that I didn't have an intro, then I had an intro, and I'm not using the intro anymore. I'm just playing with it all, seeing what it is, how it feels, and if you have any feedback, please let me know. And if you don't, just keep on enjoying it. But for those of you that do not know, my name is, of course, Big Lou, and I'm an independent musician based here in London, Ontario. Born and raised in the Caribbean, and I moved here when I was 15. Been pursuing music for about 6, 7 years now. And in that time, I received a couple of awards in my city for Best Hip Hop Artist. I was able to open for the Wailers last year. That's Bob Marley's ex band, and I got to fly to Sweden to perform at a music festival as well, which was really really dope. Learned lots along the way, and now just kind of sharing my experience. Speaking of awards, the Essence and Culture Award Show is coming to town once again. It's in its fifth year here in London, Ontario, and they specifically highlight the Black community in this region. So that's the Essence and Culture Award Show, ECA for short. And what I just want to talk a little bit about how they contribute to the community as a whole. What award shows, my thoughts on award shows in general, the impacts that they have on artists that are receiving the awards or being nominated, um, and then a little bit about this one, particularly about the different categories, which is kind of cool. So let's just hop right into it. If you have any questions or thoughts pop up, feel free to add it to the comments down below, and I'll address them as fast as possible. All right, let's do this. So, first, my thoughts on what it does within the community. Having award shows, I think, can be seen from a couple of different perspectives. One, you're shining a light on people that are excelling within the community, and you're putting them together in one room to kind of give them their flowers, which I think is great. I think recognition is awesome. I don't think that it is necessary in order for people to do their work. And I don't think that anyone that is being nominated or is receiving awards is doing it to receive the award. That is not the reason behind their efforts. I think their effort stems from a far deeper area. Whatever their reason might be, I just don't think it's receiving an award that drives them to wake up and do the things that they do within the community each day. But having the award show allows people to come together to shine light on some of the people that are doing really cool things within the community, and to show them a little bit of love, show them that the community does care, and that their work is being felt, that they're creating, I want to say, an impact. It's also a great networking opportunity because a lot of the people that are working diligently are really stuck constantly doing their work and with their other responsibilities that they have day to day. And so being able to carve time and put a lot of these cool, ambitious, productive, outside of the box thinking type of people in a room, even just for a couple of hours, allows new connections to be formed, and it allows previous connections to be strengthened. And oftentimes new projects arise from this, new collaborations, new relationships, of course. And I think as a fairly active member in my community, I do appreciate having the opportunity to attend different kinds of events like award shows, like festivals, like just a regular hangout. It's different levels to it, but overall, in general, it's building a community. And I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather find myself in a community that cares about each other, even just a little bit, more so than not, as opposed to just being in a strictly competitive environment. But what is interesting about the award show is that you can only have one winner per category. And so there is still an element of competition, which might be the second side of this perspective. What I mentioned earlier is some people like competition, some people don't. Some people disagree with how the judging works or who's even nominated, how all of those processes unfold. And sure, I mean, I don't know of all the details behind the processes either. And some people can say that it's a popularity contest. Some people say that you can pay for votes depending on the different competitions or whatever it is that you're doing, which happens everywhere. There maybe the artist just has more time to promote the nomination, and because of that they receive the award, but it doesn't mean they're the better artist or they have the better music or whatever the case may be. And I don't that's the part that I don't really like. It's like, why, what does better technically mean? And what are we actively like measuring? Is it the impact within the community, and how do you measure that impact? Is it social impact? Is it financial dollars raised to give to a community or to an organization? Is it the amount of fans that you have? Um, is it the amount of votes that you got? And then how did you get those votes? Like, are you the only one promoting it? Do you have an email list? Do you have a team that's promoting your nomination as well? Like, there's so many different elements that go towards it. So the competitive aspect of receiving the award or of not receiving the award or of even not being nominated doesn't necessarily measure your worth or your skill or your talent as an artist. So that's kind of like my downside towards award shows, and that impact within the community, because it can create a lot of animosity amongst artists in terms of like, well, I don't think they should have been nominated, or they definitely should not have received the award based off of my own perceived whatever, uh, which might be right in some cases, but who knows what's happening behind the scenes. And that's for any award show, not just the Essence and Culture Awards here in London, Ontario. Like, this is true, at least from my perspective, across award shows in the music realm across the world. There's always outside factors in play. There's definitely money being thrown around when we're talking Grammys and that kind of stuff. Um, don't be asking me for no proof or evidence around that statement, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so like I think there's a lot of pros to it, but perhaps a little bit of cons as well. Um, I'm certain artists have big egos, and that gets in the way as well, in terms of like, oh well, like if they're there, then I should also be there. And don't get me wrong, I'm a little bit guilty of it too. But I've been working on it, and it's not like a measure of my success or my worth or anything like that. There are a lot of people out here that have been in the game for some time, and they're just kind of like resurfacing, and they're doing really cool things, and I may not be aware of them. And then there's also new people coming up in the game that are doing really cool things that I'm not aware of. So for me to feel like I've earned and deserve a spot being nominated or even winning this award doesn't sit well with me. I don't feel like I deserve any of it, to be honest. I'm just kind of doing my best. And if I do receive the award, then that's a bonus. But like I mentioned earlier, it's not at all why I do any of the things that I do. It's just an extra bonus that I can use as a benefit, and that's up to me as the artist. So with that, I want to transition into my next point, is the impact that it has on the artist outside of the community and outside of like the animosity between artists potentially, or the support as well. The support, because there is a lot of support between artists. It's like, oh yo, congratulations for your nominations, congratulations for your award. I've been rooting for you. I'm a fan of your work. There's that too. So it's not only animosity or toxicity. But now I want to transition a little bit to the impact directly on the artist. So in 2023, I received. I'm looking at the award. Let me grab it. The moon is absolutely gorgeous. right now. Um, in 2023, I received the award for Best Hip Hop and R&B Artist with the Essence and Culture Awards organization, and that was really cool. This was my first ever music award, and it's got a special place in my heart because of that. Um, but when I received the award, it was only 2 years after I released my first song, and I don't know. Even at this point in time, there's still a lot for me to experience as a musician, as an artist, as an independent artist. So you can imagine 3 years ago, I was even less experienced. But I used the award as leverage. I told a bunch of people about it, as many people as I could. Obviously, not everyone's going to receive the message. It's part of the game, part of rejection. I'm pretty sure I've spoken about this in my podcast before, but you're going to deal with a lot of rejection in this game. But I was telling a lot of people about the award. I was trying to get on blogs, sharing with my newsletter, letting as many people as possible through as many different formats and different paths as possible to make them aware of this, because the more people that know about it means the more people realize that, oh, he's taking it a little bit seriously, like he's gaining momentum, he's being recognized within his community. Um, but if I didn't tell anyone, absolutely zero people outside of that performance hall would have known, out of the award show would have known, because it's still a new ish awards organization, and marketing itself is a whole different beast. And so as the independent artist, you're going to have to do that on your own and not depend on different organizations to promote it as well. They will, to whatever degree that they can, and they're going to do their best. And they have their own audiences as well. So you will gain a little bit of exposure through that. But if you only lean on that and you don't take it into your own hands to have it go further for you, it's going to be far less impactful for you as an artist, because of, I want to say, the small scale of it. If you're winning a Grammy or a Juno, even, like, they've been established for decades, and they're recognized nationally, Grammys internationally. And so that in itself comes with a lot of marketing power, and a reputation. But the ones that I'm talking about here and other ones that I've been involved with as well, uh, uh, are smaller scale, and they have a smaller reputation. And with that means receiving the award doesn't mean as much as receiving a bigger, more well known award. Um, and so if you don't tell people about it, it doesn't mean very much to them. So you explain it to them a little bit, and gradually it creates a bit of a wave, and it's something else that you can add to your story, help show growth, to help show progress, to show recognition within your community, because all of that is significant. But it is not necessary for you to see success in music. I want to stress that. But the way I see it, if you are fortunate enough to receive one of these awards, then I would strongly recommend you to see it as a tool. Don't measure your value of self by receiving the award or not, or even being nominated. But if you do receive the award, use it as a tool. Use it to create leverage for yourself and to get yourself to the next stage in your business, in your career, in your artistry. Um, because if you don't do it, absolutely no one's going to do it. Not the organization, not nobody, not your engineer, not your photographer. Nobody is going to be doing that for you. It's on you to create that impact for yourself. So best of luck being nominated, receiving awards, and then marketing it, and all of the different stages before that and after that too. Lastly, I want to wrap up this episode by talking about the Essence and Culture Awards specifically. I showed you my other award. This one was for best hip hop and R&B artist. They've changed the categories, which is cool. 5 years in, they're still playing around with it. I'm certain older awards organizations change the categories too. Even the Junos did it last year or some this year with reggae. Anyway, my point is hip hop and R&B category doesn't exist anymore. They have hip hop, um, I'm pretty sure they have R&B, or they changed R&B to Afro Caribbeana and World, um, which is where I was nominated. So in 2023, I received the Best Hip Hop and R&B Artist Award. In 2025, I received the Best Hip Hop Artist Award for the London Music Awards, which is another organization with some more history in London. They're older, I think they're 30 years old or 25 years old. And then in 2026, I was nominated for Afro Caribbeana World, Afro Caribbean World. And I was a little bit confused. I was like, why not hip hop? Because that's kind of like the space that I was in. And I still wonder what the reason was behind it. Why not hip hop and Afro Caribbean World? Because you can get nominated in multiple categories in the bigger competitions. So I don't know what the reasoning was behind it. But for the first time, I was nominated in Afro World Caribbean. It's a freaking mouthful, that award. Um, and I was a little bit upset because I wanted to be in hip hop because that's primarily what I'm doing. You can't really contain my genre apparently, and because of that, I was thrown into this category because I was nominated nonetheless. So thank you for anyone who nominated me. I really do appreciate it. So this time, I'm up for this new category, and if I do receive the award, then I will have received an award for best hip hop R&B, best hip hop, and for Afro Caribbean World. So that's then showcasing my diversity, my wide range of sounds and abilities. That means next time I gotta try and get a Latin award as well. Really mix things up. So just trying to calm down my ego too and be like, why not hip hop? Appreciate the fact that I was even nominated, and just kind of sharing that, to be honest with you, and share it in real time, saying like I'm not above anyone with egos, because I got one too. I was like, why not hip hop? But still, yeah, I'm grateful for the Afro Caribbean World nomination, and now I'm more excited. If I'm to take that, then I'm in multiple categories, and if not, I was still nominated in multiple categories. So that's dope, and we'll see how it plays out. We're March 2nd right now, so the awards show is on Sunday, March 8th. I'll make a little video about how it went down, the ins and outs. I'll capture some content too, so we could talk about it, and you can see what it is behind the curtains inside the event. That's everything for now. I am grateful for the team behind the Essence and Culture Awards. Thank you for all the work that you guys do in the community with this organization, but also outside of that, because I know you're super connected. So big shout out to pretty much the two main people behind it is Michelle and DJ Huggy. He's Colin, aka DJ Huggy. Much love to the two of you. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in person at the award show. Ciao, ciao for now, my crew. This is the Big Loop Podcast, episode 31. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. It means a lot. It really helps me build my business. I'm really trying to hit 500 subscribers. I'm super close to it. Yeah, that's everything for now. Ciao, ciao. Peace.